Good evening, everyone. How are we doing?
It it's been a day.
Uh,
It
yeah,
has been a effing day.
it has. It really has. And you know, I don't even want to talk about the day.
Hey, Hoopy.
I don't want to talk about the day. I don't want to talk about the week. Um, let's dive into what you are drinking or what we are drinking. Uh,
First off, what about the
oh,
shirts, man?
oh, look at this. All right, so Katie Zed went out above and beyond and hooked us up with a couple of these bad boys right here. And hell yeah, hell yeah. And if you're interested, drop us an email and we will see what we can do about facilitating something of the sort. I don't know pricing. I don't know any of that. I am ignorant when it comes to any of that. However, I know Katie Zed has a way with things, and we might be able to get that taken care of. But yes, Four Brothers Decisions. We do have shirts. Um,
Two.
I've got one. He's got one. Literally, those are the only two shirts that have been printed at the moment. However, that doesn't mean anything. Drinking. Uh, we're gonna try Mitchners.
Yep. There we go.
We're gonna try some of that because I think I've had a shot of this several years ago, and I honestly don't remember any of it. Uh, Jazz, Paisley, how you doing? Uh, Kale, if you happen to be there. Mama T, Shelly, Poopy Star.
Hey, Roger. How you doing, bud? Good to see you, man.
Hey,
Hey,
there's Roger.
Pops.
What, Pops is in here too?
Yeah, he was the second one to comment.
Oh, hey, Pops. All right. Yeah,
Yep.
Mitchners. So,
Hoopy says he wants a shirt.
yeah.
Yep. By the way, intro, Hoopy, amazing as always.
Oh, yeah.
You guys want any of that stuff done? Hit him up.
So, I'm going to let mine, because I haven't had this in a while. I'm going to mix mine in with the ice, get a little bit of oxygen in it, and see how that goes.
Yeah, you bitch at me for my cup making all the noise, and here you are making all the noise today.
Hey, I let everyone know beforehand. I'm not going to mix it no more because it is done. It's going to do its thing.
There.
So, Mitchners, like I said, I haven't had this in a long time, and I probably only had a shot of it back in the day.
Never had
So,
it.
it's going to be like coming at it new and seeing how it goes from there. Um, Jasmine has requested a onesie. It's going to say poor great unc's decisions. Sir, cheers. And to everyone that's joining us, we hope you have a blessed evening and a great weekend, and your next week is fantastical. That's interesting. It
Yeah.
almost acts like it wants to have a bite, but then doesn't.
I think it has a bite on the back end of it. Of course, I might could have taken a little bit larger of a sip than you just did. It's been a day.
It is acting like it wants to have a bite, but then doesn't. That's pretty cool. That's interesting. All right. So, sir, uh, like I said, I really don't want to hash out the week or nothing, but you did say you had done a little work on the Can Am. Uh, is that a pain point?
that is a pain point.
That is. Well, I know you were.
It whooped my tush.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fortunately, I had a gentleman who worked at the side by side shop who now works with us in the shop. Had some experience, so he swung in there and helped me get it out so that I could get them put back in axles. That is,
Yeah.
I've never experienced axles as stuck as those.
Well, I've
It
been working
rough.
on a lot of different pieces of equipment that I haven't worked on by myself recently. Like I've seen someone else work on it, and then that individual is with a different company now, and our mechanics that are supposed to be working on this stuff um, were not around, and I kind of needed to get in there and get it done. And yeah, sometimes pumps are not as fun as they're made out to be.
That's life.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't enjoy the pumps.
No.
No. Yeah. No. Nope. I didn't enjoy working on that. It is working. It is functional, and I hope I never have to tackle such an adventure again, especially anytime soon. So
Is it similar to like a pool pump? Pump?
no, it's like a H25 pump, water pump. Um, it's got different membranes on the inside and stuff like that. Yeah.
Hmm.
I mean, I guess it could be like a pool pump, maybe. But yeah,
He enjoys pumps. Get big gains.
Yeah. But
how's Roger doing these days?
Mama T, how is Paisley and Jazz and Kale doing?
You guys getting any sleep?
I know Sis was saying something about having the puppy. I don't know if that's transpired yet. One of her pups coming out and visiting. I don't know if that's happened yet or not.
Oh, one of
Yeah, one of hers. But yeah. Oh, talk about a day. Hoopy, question for you. I know that you had sent me something earlier, and I know that was kind of a play type thing that you were trying to work on. What is a likelihood that could be up and running here soon? Just asking for a friend. Oh, he's looking up an H25 pump. There.
I probably would, but right now I don't want to mess with anything because
Yeah,
I already seen my shit break up once already.
yeah, you've got that internet thing going on, isn't it?
Oh my god, dude! Anytime it gets to be windy, forget about it.
Oh, so yours is wind based.
It's anything based. You could sneeze and it's bad.
Hmm.
I just don't get it.
Well, I mean,
1 second I've got like 7, 8, 900 download, and I can have 50, 51 upload, and then literally just the next second I have 2, 300 download and only like 3 or 4 upload.
right.
But that's what I had going on right now. But it says that it's actually 28-ish, and it's giving me a green bar saying, hey, you could do these things, but you really shouldn't do much else of anything else. So
And you're pushing the limit on those.
well, fortunately for me, I'm not having to do the upload side of it. So
Yeah, I think the only thing you're uploading is your video.
yeah, and it's going to you, and then you're doing your thing.
Yep.
So, but yeah, no, it's 100% Breeze Line. I'm gonna be honest with you, I cannot wait till it's either Prodigy or Frontier, one of those two that come through here that's gonna have fiber. And as soon as they do, Breeze Line is out.
You're bouncing over, huh?
Bouncing nothing. I'm gonna cut the cables.
Oh, good. Duke and Mark did make it. Good. Yeah, Duke went out there to visit.
Oh, okay.
And then I guess they drove out, and then he's flying back, and then he's gonna fly back out and then drive back out with him when it's time to come home.
Good
So
deal.
he's doing a lot of driving and flying.
No doubt.
He must love our sis. I mean, he has been dealing with her for, I don't know what. Oh, not that one. For what? A couple of years.
Hey, F you.
He loves her. He loves her.
Well, wife just sent me a text. She says, I'm on the phone with him
Right now.
having a chit chat.
Well, that's nice. Good. Hopefully we can get that fixed. I mean, if you don't move too quick, your video is good. When you move a little quick, you start to stutter. I'm hoping that's the video and not you. Just gonna season out for a minute.
Unless I've developed a stutter in the last few minutes, I think I'm okay.
Yep. So, let's dive into some this day in history.
So, I heard that there's a whiskey company at, I don't remember where, but I'm going to do some research on it. And
Okay.
they went out of business, or they went bankrupt or something. They're closing it all down. And
Wait, hold on.
I don't know which one it is yet.
All right. Is it in your neck of woods?
It's here in the States, but I don't remember. I want to say they might be based out of Kentucky, of all places.
And they're going out of business?
Well, I think they filed for bankruptcy.
Whoa.
But the wifey gave me a little insight on that, and I just
don't know the name.
No, not right off the top.
What?
Nope.
What kind of whiskey drinker are you? I didn't know there was one guy.
A weekend drinker. That's what I am.
A Saturday night, Four Brothers Decisions whiskey drinker.
Well, let's see. And every once in a while, I have one during the week, just as a bring me back down to earth kind of shit.
I absolutely understand that. I really do.
What else? You know what else I did?
What?
I'm going to say it as soon as I can remember what it's called. Bull Bomber.
A Bull Bomber. Okay.
Well, it's Jaeger and Red Bull.
Didn't we just call that a Jaeger bomb?
That's it. The people call it two different things.
Oh, okay.
I had one a couple 3 days ago, but I had lived some old memories.
Oh,
right back up. So, and
let's see, 2000 and what? 4? 2003, 2004, 2005.
It was probably 4 or 5, somewhere in there. Yeah.
2003, 2004, 2005. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So about 20 years ago. Add a couple of years.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, no shit.
I hadn't even put the thought to that. Damn you.
But
yeah, it's been a hot minute.
Oh yeah, because Jess was behind the bar, and
yeah.
That And
that had to have been because was I with my wife now?
uh,
Because I met
on the
her.
later part of that, yeah,
Okay,
yes.
so maybe it was early. Oh,
So
maybe it was earlier than that. Yeah.
so when I got back into town, when I got out, it would have been 03, 04. Okay. And it was right before I went overseas. Um, no, it would have been 04, 05. 05, 06, excuse me, because I went in there and I didn't realize that you were going to the same place. And then I went over to the desert for a year. And then,
The other desert.
yeah, I went over to the other desert, and then got back. And I believe that is when uh, it all got put together that you and I knew the same people, but they didn't know that you and I were related.
Right.
Because uh, I knew Johnny from school, elementary school, in fact, and you knew Jess from elementary school.
Mm-hmm.
I met Jess because she was behind the bar. Uh-oh.
Um, the option they're giving me right now is to unplug the power cord and actually unplug the coaxial cable, leave it off for 2 minutes, and then plug it back in, which means it would take you down for 5 minutes, maybe 10 tops.
Okay. I
Well,
will be back with you guys when I have done the requested things from Breezeline.
we'll see if it works.
We will see.
So I've got to do this for how long by myself?
I'm gonna guess probably somewhere
5, 10
between
minutes.
5 minutes. I would imagine.
Well, okay. Well, then I am going to go and ad lib and talk about this day in history for a little bit. Maybe have a glass. And I will talk to you in a minute. He's already frozen left. Holy cow. I don't know how he did that. Look at him. So stoic with that shit eating grin on his face. I don't get it. He gets away with that all the time. All the time. All right. So let him do his thing. All right, peoples. Here we is. Oh, yeah. Our desert was hot. There was just a little bit more spicy stuff on the other side of the pond. All right, here we go. Katie Z, look at this. She's here. All right, so people want to know what they got to do to get this. And by people, there's only like 2 other people that asked for it. However, if you could throw what they need to do into the chat, we will make people's happy. All right. This day in history, 1814. So this is in response to the War of 1812, which did last a little bit, but this was in 1814. 2 American ships were captured in the Battle of Valparaiso. The battle was one of the first naval actions fought between the United States and Great Britain during the War of 1812. Although the captain of the American ships had been ordered to avoid contact with the Royal Navy, he sought them out to achieve personal glory. Yeah, so not one of our greatest moments. We actually went in and got into a skirmish, and back then we were a fledgling Navy, so to speak. I will give it to the Brits back in the day; they had a pretty good Navy. However, we ended up getting our asses handed to us, and 2 of our boats got captured. It is what it is, but You know, we learned. Oh, Mama T, a onesie. Okay, look at that. Paisley wants a onesie with the Four Brothers decisions on it. I don't know if that's a possibility. And there's the link. If you're able to uh, jump on there and see what it does. All right, 1842, the Vienna Philharmonic Orchestra gives its first concert. So I've always heard about the Vienna Philharmonic Orchestra, and I didn't realize how old they actually were. They were formed by the composer Otto Nicolai and 9 of his colleagues. Its members were drawn from the Vienna State Opera. The orchestra would go on to become one of the finest orchestra or concert orchestras in the world, and they still play today. Not the same guys, obviously. They'd be kind of old, and I doubt they could do the woodwinds like they used to. Along with just not being what they used to be. So, what do we got there? You know what? Let's do that. We're going to put this right here. If you go to KTZ/products/Four Brothers Decisions, t-shirt, funny, barbecue, beer, quote, tea, blah, 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 whatever that is, in the chat, you should be able to actually see about getting one of these shirts if you're looking to get one. And if you do get one, let me know, because we can throw you a picture of you up there, and I mean, it'd be kind of nice to have this out there, you know. Let us know that we made it on the big time. I mean, I'm with you guys. Of course, we're the big time. All right, let's see here. Oh, this was a freaking mistake. 1854, France and Britain declare war on Russia. The Ottoman Empire had already been at war with Russia since October 1853, and its allies joined the war in support. The Crimean War raged across Eastern Europe until the Allies won in 1856. A charge by British light cavalry against Russian forces during the war was immortalized as in the poem The Charge of the Light Brigade by Alfred Lord Tennyson. And I actually remember reading this in high school. I don't remember what it was about, but I'm sure it was about some soldiers on horses going into battle. But I do remember reading this very thing. So that was kind of neat. Let's see. Franco's fascist troops captured Madrid in 1939. Franco had besieged the Spanish capital for more than 2 years. A coalition of forces loyal to the Spanish Republic courageously defended it against fascist assaults and aerial bombing. Thousands died during the siege, either from outright battles or disease and starvation. As the Republican cause faltered elsewhere in Spain, the defense of the city became untenable, and its defenders were forced to surrender. So this is leading into what is eventually going to end up being part of World War II and its heyday, and interesting little tidbits there. Spain tried, but kind of like France, didn't have enough behind them. Let's see. (1942), the Saint Nazarene raid destroys a major port in Normandy. Saint Nazarene, or not Nazarene, Nazaire. Saint Nazaire raid destroys a major port in Normandy. Why do I have Nazarene stuck in my head? I heard it somewhere today. All right, the port was a port and dry dock that the Nazis used for repairing and building large warships for the Battle of the Atlantic. Destroying the dock would compel the Germans to send any warship that needed repairs back to Germany through the English Channel or around the southern coast of England. Doing that in and of itself caused a lot of issues for the Nazi military because they would get lambasted by obviously the Brits. The Brits. Um, both of which were heavily defended by the British Navy. See, the British turned the destroyer HMS Campbellton into a floating bomb by packing it with explosives with time delay charges. Accompanied by 18 other ships, the Campbellton crossed the channel and crashed into the dock at St. Nazaire, while a force of 265 commandos came ashore to destroy machinery and buildings. So they basically had a couple of fronts going on. They had the big one, which was to send the actual ship in and destroy surrounding ships and the dock and whatnot. But also they had these commandos coming in on an enfilade, which was going in and taking out key positions such as guard towers and other types of fortified positions to allow for more destruction and more mayhem. So that is one of the things that happened there. German defenders were able to sink most of the accompanying ships, and following the raid, the commandos were forced to flee through the countryside, but were surrounded and captured when they ran out of ammunition. So again, the Brits had sent this in. They were trying to destroy as much as they could. The commandos were supposed to go in and take out key positions. However, they didn't. They didn't win, but they did do a lot of damage, which really hurt the Germans in that area. But because they didn't have proper resupply, the Brits didn't have enough going for them to keep them out of trouble. At noon, a huge explosion ripped through the hull of the Campbellton, completely destroying the dry dock, which remained out of commission for the rest of the war. So even though they had their commandos captured and a lot of the other stuff that was supposed to be destroyed wasn't destroyed initially, when the Campbellton did go off, it really hurt on the back end. So there's that. This is an interesting one. 3 Mile Island. Well, Hopi. Yeah, I know Mr. 3 looks funny, but that's just his normal look. Be nice.
Nope. I don't know if they made it any better or not.
I mean, it's not terrible. It has. I've seen better. I've seen worse. 3 Mile Island meltdown occurs in 1979. There's the worst nuclear accident in the United States history. Yes, 3 Mile Island had a meltdown. I don't know if I would say that is any less bad than when we dropped 2 nukes into North Carolina and only recovered 1.
Yeah, right.
They actually had to buy land and plant military there because they couldn't retrieve it. So I don't know if that's bad. It caused public perception of the nuclear program to grow very negative in the following years after 1979. As a result of the accident, anti-nuclear demonstrations spread across the country, with over 200,000 people marching in New York City alone. All right, people, here's the issue. We've had major accidents when it comes to oil. We've had major accidents when it comes to wind turbines. Okay, accidents when it comes to nuclear whatnots. All right, here's the situation. Nuclear is one of the safest forms of energy get-goings that we have. And if you want to do just a little bit of research on it, you will see that less environmental impact is obtained by trying to use nuclear energy versus a lot of the others. Now, is it going to be the end all get all? Nope, none of them are. However, we fail to realize that we have a good thing and to use it. So, if you want to say electric is the way to go, well, you might want to get the nuclear up and running in order to supply the power for the actual electric because uh, right now they're just using regular old diesel to supply the electricity. Um, and people go, oh, what about the hydro, the dams that produce the electricity? Yeah, not enough of it. So might want to dig a little deeper into that. So, what are you guys going on right now?
I'm trying not to move too much. and I'm chatting in here in the chat. So
my front end is squeaky. Where do I start? KY jelly. Um,
so if I can,
yeah.
I was trying to figure out what kind of vehicle it was to start.
It may not be a vehicle. You might be asking the wrong question. I mean, I just gave him an answer. KY.
Find yourself a good penetrant lube.
KY.
Spray lube.
You can put it in the bottle.
Dilute it, but yeah. And you're just gonna have to find the rubber stuff up front, which would be.
They have the silicone-based stuff. They also have the water-based stuff.
But you'll just have to go to the front end of it and start spraying the rubber stuff and until you find out what's squeaking. Unfortunately, with a lot of these poly bushings, they're gonna squeak after a while. So,
in California, as far as how their electric is working, they shut down or highly limited one of their nuclear facilities that's actually right there by Camp Pendleton, San Onofre. And yeah, spot on job there, Mr. Newsom.
But by giving the rubber bushings and anything rubber underneath there a shot of that stuff and basically pushing up and down on it will help you figure out what is.
What about the white lithium? Will that work to help keep it malleable, the rubber?
No, I'm not a big fan of. Honestly, I'm not a big fan of any of the stuff that's out there anymore, just because it's so diluted. But the Mopar actually makes some stuff called MP50, which works. So far, from what I could tell, it's a rust penetrant, but it's also a lubrication. The other, it's used for Mighty makes some stuff. It's for door latches and hinges and things of that nature for like lubing up your hinges and stuff.
Yeah.
So, yeah, actually, ball joints can cause that if they are bad. Like I said, I'd need to know what kind of vehicle you're running so I can kind of maybe point you in the right direction as far as where to start looking. 07 F-150. Yeah. Best way to check the ball joints on that is get yourself a floor jack, put it underneath the control arm, and lift it up because you can't lift it up on a 4-push. You have to use like a floor jack. You have to take the vehicle and lift it up under one control arm, and then you have to see if you can move the top of the tire back and forth. As far as grabbing the tire, just move it like this, in and out. If you got play there, then you have an upper ball joint problem. And then if you take a bar on the bottom side of the tire and try to lift it so if this is your tire and you squeeze it underneath it and you try and pry like this, if you got movement here, then your lower ball joint's no good. But yes, your ball joints absolutely could be squeaky. And they can become squeaky even after replacing them, because if they don't set the ball joints down properly, they could actually ruin the ball joints.
07 F-150.
Yeah, a little halftime pickup.
Nice.
So that should be a fairly
Quick
mm,
test.
well, the ball joints are going to be, but I'm trying to have like controls that go from. It's not a solid axle in the sense of a solid axle, but it is a solid axle. They don't have control arms that go from the top of the axle and the bottom of the axle and go back to like a certain point on the frame. If you did have like an upper and a lower control arm link,
Mhm.
it would have a bushing in the front and the bottom, on those two, and then there would also be a rubber bushing on the back side where it would link to the back side of the body, or the back side of the front side of the frame.
Okay,
So
that's good
But-
enough.
yeah, I mean, ball joints could absolutely be squeaky.
I want to show something real quick because we talked about this a couple of shows ago in regards to oil and viscosity and whatnot. And maybe this visual will be able to give you a little bit more of a talking point on it. Especially for those that have a question is why the viscosity and whatnot.
So here's something interesting. Just throw this out there to you. So in the U.S., we have 020 and 016 oil.
Yeah.
The same car in a different country will take 530, 520.
Is there a reason for that?
Same car, same motor. Yeah, it's emissions.
Oh, okay.
The lighter the oil, the more less restriction there is on the rotational force of the engine. So therefore, it doesn't use as much fuel. So it's a little bit more fuel efficient. So the same motor that you would run here. So let's just say a Jeep 3.6 liter here is 520, or even let's even say let's move it over to the 2.0 liter. That's like a 020, 016. Okay, in another country it'll be 520 because their emission standards aren't as strict, so they don't have to have the fuel economy side of that.
Does it give
But the
them more
motor
power?
can physically run on a thicker weight oil, and it doesn't hurt it.
And when you say it doesn't hurt it, does it actually?
It doesn't give it more power.
Does it,
You're just talking less resistance. That's all.
yeah. So I'm trying to figure out what the.
If it can be run on 530 in a different country, it can be run here on 530. But you have
Right.
to do your homework as far as what vehicles they're doing that to in the different countries. Because I'll be honest with you, I'm not a fan of 020, 016,
Why?
because I think the oil's too thin. I don't think it adds enough lubricity. But I'm not an engineer, so I don't know how tight the tolerances are on the bearings to know whether or not you can actually get away with adding a thicker oil. On the older stuff you could. On some of this newer stuff, obviously in some cases you can, because here in the US it's 020, and in
Right.
over in the other countries it's 520 or 530.
So let me show this so that they
Yeah.
can understand what the
Sure.
difference is here. So as you can see over here, you got 20 W50 weight, okay, which is obviously thicker.
It's very heavy, yes.
And then you have 15W40, which is a little bit less, and it goes down the pike here.
1540 is generally used in diesels.
5W30 and 0W20. Okay. So, and watch how that ball, how long it takes that ball to drop through there.
This is probably a cold test. This isn't even a warm test.
If it was a warm test, it'd fall quicker.
They all would.
Yeah.
But your 2050 is still going to be last in place.
Right. And your OW20 is
Well,
going
always-
to look like it's going through water.
Yep, thick is correct. Yes, and that's essentially what I'm saying is the thinner the oil, the less resistance there is, the more fuel economy you're going to get out of it. So what is not good here is okay in a different country. So how can they have a 2.0 here and a 2.0 here? This one's running 020 and this one's running 520 or 530, whichever. I would have to imagine the one that's over here in the other country is going to last longer because the oil is not thinner than here.
And by having a thicker oil, and
It will last.
It keeps it lubed.
It's gonna give you a little bit more oil pressure. It's gonna. I don't know that it's necessarily going to give you. It's probably going to be about the same in lubricity, but there are going to be some lubricity changes. I just think that a little bit thicker, heavier, and I just think that the little bit thicker, heavier weight is going to last longer when the vehicle's actually at running temperature. It's not going to be like pouring a glass of water out.
Okay. I know we got Pops and we got Roger in there. If they got something they want to throw in on that. I don't know enough about it to do anything other than say, personally, I think if it's too thin, I think you're going to probably have the engine get hotter quicker, and that's going to cause issues. Where with the oil having.
So the way that they combat that, though, is by giving an oil cooler, which a lot of your cars nowadays have to have because of that.
Because it's running too thin?
Yeah, well, I mean, look at some of the older cars. They never had oil coolers. They always had a water or transmission cooler. So they had your water pump, and then you had your transmission that went through a cooler, and then you had your power steering that went through a power steering cooler. Never was there an engine that had an engine cooler that I'm aware of, and I could be wrong for sure. Maybe back in the older days to help with whatever, they may have had something of that nature. But everything nowadays has an engine oil cooler that the oil runs through to cool the oil back down, which basically means it goes through. And the crazy part is they're using the water, the coolant system in your car. If you notice, the coolant system in your oil are roughly about the same temperature anymore because the coolant runs through. The coolant runs through, cools the oil down, and brings that heat back around to the transmission or the oil cooler, and then through the transmission, whatever, and it's a cycle.
So your radiator's doing double duty?
No, not necessarily, because the oil's not going through the radiator.
No, but isn't it going?
It's helping keep the temperatures in the head and the block cool, but at the same time, in a sense, yes, it can be doing double duty, I guess, in a way, but the oil cooler is also designed and finned and whatever to help capture some of the air. Of course, not on the 3.6s, but so yeah. In a way, I guess that could be true. But
Ooh. Hold up. I would like to have one.
Oh,
Any chance you can have her other bottle of whiskey? Hey, Pops, I'm going to look into this because I think we could do that. I'll have to get with the great Katie Zed and see what we can come up with. But I think this could be workable. Well, we'll see what we can do. Yeah.
have you ever heard of a company called Uncle Nearest, a liquor company?
Yes.
That's the company.
No way.
So far from what I'm reading on the street, I guess it's a news website.
Yeah.
It's a 159-year-old company that filed for Chapter 11, but it was denied.
Oh.
So, like I said, I haven't looked into this, but
So they might be looking for investors.
well, this is when a company gets put into a receivership, which I haven't looked at or done any of this. That's usually a last-ditch effort to save the brand. So I don't know. Like I said, I haven't really dug into this. I haven't had time. But Uncle Nearest has been around. They've been able to track its roots for 150 years. So
Yeah,
I haven't. I have never heard of it, but
I have. Yeah.
so I'll look more into it and I'll kind of take a gander at it and see what happens. But
All right. I don't know if you ever got to ride in one of these station wagons that had a rear facing seat. Um, I have,
I'd love to.
which was freaking cool. Um, but it wasn't as cool as this Mercedes. This Mercedes station wagon, if you didn't like, if you just walked up on it and took a look, you'd be like, "Oh, okay." Let me show you this. This is interesting because, all right, so you just take a quick look at it, right? Right in here. You just think it's just I'm gonna have a spare tire back there. I'm gonna have, room for groceries. I've already got a seat back here, so I could throw some kids back that way, right?
Yeah, well, you gave me the heads up, so I can already tell that there's a
Oh
got a
yeah.
rear folding seat in there.
Watch this. This is so cool.
Yeah, there's the back and there's the seat.
Let the kids see the rear end collision in comfort. Who else
Let the
remembers?
kids see the rear end collision in comfort.
Yes.
No doubt.
Look at that.
Let the kids
Yep.
see the rear end collision in comfort.
That's obviously different than the older style station wagons, but that's still really neat.
Oh, this is. I don't think you're allowed to have rear facing seats in cars anymore.
That's a pretty new car. I mean,
This
it's
one
not
is?
that's not new, but that's got to be what 2010s, 2015, somewhere there.
What? You think so? No.
Yeah, look at the Mercedes there. Do it again. Go back to the beginning.
You think it's that new?
Yeah, probably not here in the U.S., but yeah, that's fairly new. I mean, within the last 20 years, for sure.
No. You really think so?
I think so.
Who else remembers? Yes.
I'm trying to look at some of
Let
the other
kids
things that would give
see
it
the
away,
rear end collision in comfort.
like the style of seat belt, the style of headrest, the style of the cup holder.
Well, that's a good cup. That you can't go off of the cup holder because they had to figure out how to put a cup holder there. So that would be
Yeah.
more reminiscent of the older style. But I was judging it off of The
The
tail
light?
light.
Yeah, I can see the tail light.
I don't know. Like I said, I got
Now,
to
what
say
about that
that
headrest right there?
I still think that's probably within the last 20,
Wow,
25 years max.
no kidding. You think
I
so?
would say yes.
Okay. No, I didn't think it got anywhere past the 80s. The rear facing. I really didn't. Did not think it got past the 80s. But I'll tell you this, having been in a rear facing vehicle a long time ago, back in the 80s, I don't know if I'd want to see a car that couldn't or failed to hit their brakes coming at me. It just seems a little sketchy to me.
Why not? I mean, we had them. They had them for decades.
Yeah,
And back then, they made shit out of steel.
that's true.
So
And you know what? Now that we're talking about that car and the bumper, that did not look like a steel bumper. That looked like a plastic bumper. You might be onto something with that age limit there. Man. You might be onto something there.
I am gently trying to go through here without messing up anything, but just to get an idea of something that's close.
Yeah. What do we got there? Hey. Fun.
It looks like 2021 Mercedes-Benz, the E450 wagon, has rear jump seats.
No.
I'm gonna try.
Holy smokes.
That's a 2021.
Holy that you're probably 100% right. That is
It's a newer vehicle. I mean, I don't know how new that one was, but
wow.
that one that you showed. But here's a 21 with a rear-facing jump seat, and that's an E450.
Yeah.
So there you go. But I don't know that I've ever seen anything like that here in the States. I'm not saying that it's not. Uh-oh. There we go. I can hear now.
Oh yeah.
What is this one? That is not that. I don't know what the hell that was.
Who do I sell money to? You just got to get it off of let's see. Google says 2024 last year. Wow. Even Pops is looking at that. Go to kdz.com. kdz.com and then look up Poor Brothers Decisions t-shirts and it will be there. That's how you purchase it. So, and let us know by showing us that you have one of the shirts, because you will have the third shirt, because right now I've got number 1, he's got number 2. It's kind of fitting.
It is.
Yeah. And let us know if you got number 3. So let us know if you got number 3.
What else you got going
on? Let's see here. Let me get back to here. I like to fly. I've flown all over the world.
I'm not a big fan. I don't mind it, but I'm not a big fan.
I enjoy it because it's a different view. I also like to go scuba diving because that's a different view.
Yeah, but the view is the same.
It's not the same.
Yeah, the clouds move. Landscape's different, but
I get to see the ground in a different way.
I requested the special one.
Yes.
What's that one?
I'll show you that one later. Maybe I'll just have it made first. And since he requested it, he's obviously got to get number 1.
That's too. Well, of course,
Well,
because he
I don't know.
requested.
but I'll have to give him number 1. And then I'll have number 2 and you'll have number 3. If we can get it made. If we can get it made. I think we can get it, though.
It still would be fitting for me because 3.
That's true. Very true.
Either way, I win.
So I like to fly, but on top of liking to fly, I like to jump out of the planes and stuff like that. But that's neither here nor
Something
there.
I would still love to try. Haven't done yet.
Maybe we'll do that when you come down next time. We'll make a little trip up to Tennessee and go. What do you think?
I'm game. I don't
All right.
give a shit.
We'll do it. It's definitely interesting the very first time.
I would
Definitely.
imagine so.
Yeah. So, anyway, I have a lot of faith in the pilots, but I also have a lot of faith in the tower control. Okay, the guys that are sitting behind there going, "Hey, dummy, go up 500 feet because you got another plane coming in." Okay.
Sure.
Tower control at this location is a little,